All right, I talked a couple days ago about, I shared my Jubilee interview for the Woke panel. I still haven't heard back from them. We're running out of time, so hopefully you'll hear the announcement in the next couple days if we get there. But I talked about the 3 levels of woke, what I defined as those. So I just want to go into them in a little more detail, have a little more of a deep conversation about them, is that I break the woke up into 3 levels. The woke, folks, they call us the woke. A lot of people are saying it. They're calling me woke. But basically most Democrats are like level 1, no hate is here in this home. We believe, right? Everyone is human. Science is real. Like normal, basic Democrats, what they believe and what they know, right? And what is woke? Woke is like an awareness of different people with different experiences and different problems, and being, it's just the awareness, right? And then the prescription comes for free with the awareness. If you know for 100% fact that catcalling, some girl is gonna maybe not 100%, maybe 90% fact that catcalling some girl is gonna have a negative impact on them, or just getting girls are gonna be more cautious with their drinks when they're in public settings. Oh, why are you being weird? Why are you being weird about your drink? No, you're probably not gonna do that. If you're aware of these sorts of societal issues and problems, you're more likely to automatically, because you're a decent person, because most people are decent, just kind of play around it in a way that gives them more positive experience. So at level 1, people are different. You don't worry about it too much. You don't think about it too much. You don't have sophisticated answers to gender theory and trans identity and racial, blah, blah, blah. You're pretty colorblind. You're pretty chill. You're not going to bother people. And you're pretty tolerant. You'd be like, yeah, okay, that's their thing. They do whatever they do. They're good. We're good. We're chilling. We're having a good time. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bother you. How would you prefer to be referred to? Oh, okay, I see you're calling this person this name. You might put a little bit of effort into making sure that these people are comfortable and just being a normal, decent person, right? Cool. The next level, okay, this is level 2. This is a big problem in a lot of left-wing circles, is that there's a sort of cultural competition to prove your virtue signaling, and also to avoid being castigated, right? Is you're sitting in a group with 10 people, nobody, let's say you're all level 1 woke, okay? Nobody has a sophisticated idea about any of this stuff, right? You haven't spent 3 hours listening to philosophers debate the exact nature of transness and there's 5 different theories and there's all infighting, whatever. You haven't done any of that shit. You don't care, right? Who cares about that? Nobody should, right? It's very, very, very detailed, very nuanced. I'm trying to live my life. There's a lot of people with a lot of problems. I don't even know all this stuff, right? This is a cultural thing that's popping off right now. You could if you wanted to. It's a good thing to look into if you want. It's always a good time, but you shouldn't have to. So these guys are chilling. They're level 1, and then one person says one thing that's maybe on the edge of normalcy, or they make a mistake, right? They make a mistake, and then one person in the group says, "You're not allowed to say that. That was not very good. That was not very woke of you, sir." That was my woke Shaggy impression. But someone's gonna tweak out, and they're gonna freak, and instead of being gentle and positive and constructive and clarify, because they can't clarify because they don't know, they're just "You're not supposed to do that. I know that. Oh my gosh!" And they're gonna point and they're gonna say, "Ah, you're bad. You're bad. You made a mistake. You made a little wokey mistake. Well, woke alert, woke alert, woke alert. You. And then everyone else in this group's gonna be like, "Well, I don't want to be castigated like that. That doesn't sound like fun. So I'm gonna do that thing, even though I don't really understand what they're asking me to do or why. And then I'm also going to bother people when they don't do that thing, so everyone knows that I'm not cool with it. And you end up with this infection of going too far and bothering people too much. And if an old boomer has been calling people has been using they only plural for 40 years, and someone's like, "Oh hey, yeah, I'm gonna go help my friend. They just need some help today." They? I thought you said your friend, one. I'm like, "Oh no, sorry. What we do is sometimes we use a singular they, they went to the beach." I'm just talking about one person. It's just a kind of language difference between the generations. What a lot of young people do, they'll go like this. And then the poor, sweet, innocent boomer is going to be like, "Okay, sorry, I tried to do the language." And then they're going to go online and they're going to be like, "My bigoted parents were so mean to me today because I told them that my friend..." And these guys are like, it is what it is. But it's there's you can think of a million different versions of that, and every day they're going to pick one and they're going to do it, and they're going to make the world a little bit worse. That's the level 2, okay? What do we have at the beautiful level 3, okay? Where are we at? There's 2 things that happen here. One is that we have a sophisticated understanding now of all these questions, right? What is a woman? Oh, a woman is a word, right? And you know it when you see it, like all words. What is a cup? You know, I know a cup when I see it. It holds water usually, but if there's a hole in it, it's still a cup. It's a cup with a hole, right? What is a woman? A woman is like a category of thing. There's a bunch of traits that make you closer or farther from that category of thing. You know, when we describe things, we use the categories. Most women don't have peepees, but just like most cups don't have holes, but if a cup has a hole in it, it's still a cup with a hole. You know, you can have a woman with a peepee. Crazy. I know. It's crazy. He's woke, folks. We caught him. He's busted. Okay, but you can have it. Like any question you answer, I'm gonna have a reasonably sophisticated answer. Maybe my answers are wrong. Maybe my answers need some development. But I'm gonna have like kind of thought through it at least a little bit. You know, so you know, I can go back and forth on all these topics, right? But so there's a higher level of understanding there, and then what do you get for that higher level of understanding is that you can actually start to differentiate and start to understand like what people think, why they think it, what arguments will help them, you know, align with your understanding, which everyone always wants to do. They want to be understood, even if they're not agreed with, right? So like how do you communicate with people? How do you navigate this? And how do you nudge them 1 inch? Because at the end of the day, right? The result that you get when you try to force everyone and no, you can't say that, that's bad. When you do this to people, like we're living through it right now, is most people are gonna be like, oh shit, I don't like this. These people are not cool. Like I don't like any of this. This is bad. I'm gonna go vote for the fascist guy. You know, it has bad effects when you're not succeeding in your goal. So a more successful strategy in your goal that doesn't have a negative impact on your entire community as a side effect is just being more chill and having a deep understanding and approaching people in a more chill, positive way. And then you unlock a secret tech, okay, is that you can start to joke about it, okay? I can say, I hate some minorities. I can say it out loud, right? There are more Democrats than Republicans. Sorry, I don't hate Republicans. I'm trying not to do this anymore. But as a bit, you know, times being what they are, I can't say that anymore. Because there's not... It's like how you can't make racist jokes if there's a racist in the room because they're like, yeah, that's a good point. We can't do... We love Republicans, okay? I love some minorities less. I love all minorities. I love Republicans a little bit less, okay? See, Republicans are minority, listen, right? We can, and it's like, okay, like where are we at? What are we doing? Like, is I hate minority something that we should be saying? It's like, if you're navigating it in a way, you can, this is what edgy means, is the ability to dance on the edge, right? Is like, we understand, if we have the understanding, then we can dance on the edge. If we don't have the understanding, then we have to stay really far from the edge, and we have to be really scared of it, and we have to yell at anyone who gets close to the edge, because we don't know where the edge is, we don't know what's going on, and we can't understand. So yeah, that's why, I was trying to think of something edgy to say, but I'm good. There's too many. I think there's someone walking their dog right now. So I don't want to scream out how transphobic I am or whatever the bit would be. All right.